Hello students, today we are going to start the chapter name electricity of class 10. Okay, so let's start it. Chapter name is electricity. First you know something about it. Electricity is a word which is originated from the Greek word electrica and electron. Okay, these are the Greek words, and from these words the name electricity is taken. First of all, the Greek philosopher Thales was the first to observe the attracting capacity of the certain material when rubbed on the another material. Okay, means first observation which is taken by the Greek philosopher Thales before 2500 year ago. That Greek philosopher observed that when certain materials are rubbed against each other, then they start attracting the small piece of paper or the dust particles. Okay, now after that, after many years, the Gilbert classified these material as two types of material. One is vitreous and the second is resinous. Later on, the name is changed by the positive and negative charges. ओके, यानी कि गिलबर्ट ने सबसे पहले जो है इसको दो टाइप में क्लासिफाइड किया, विट्रियस और रेजनियस में, लेकिन फिर बाद में इसके नेम को चेंज करके पॉजिटिव एंड निगेटिव चार्ज का नाम दे दिया गया. द प्रॉपर्टी विच इज ऑब्जर्व्ड बाय द थेल्स, that property is called the charge. Thales observed that when two body A and body B are rubbed against each other, then they start attracting the small piece of paper, and this property of the body is said to be charge, and we will say the body has been charged due to the rubbing. Body has been charged. Okay, and this property having the bodies, like suppose the body A is start attracting the small piece of paper, then the body A will say the body is a charged body, and the material will be of two types, means the charged body will be of the two types, positive charge body and the negative charge body. Okay, now after that, since this electricity means this property of the attraction, it is arise due to the rubbing, due to the friction, that's why it is called the frictional electricity or static electricity. There is some series is given: fur, flannel, wax, glass, cotton, paper, silk, human skin, wood, metals, rubber, resin, umber, sulfur, ebonite. You have to learn this series. Here, in your mind may be one question: if two bodies are rubbed against each other, right? So how it will be decided which body will be positive charge and which body will be the negative charge? So the answer is in this series. If any two material in this series are rubbed against each other, the element occurring first in the series will acquire the positive charge, and the element occurring later will acquire the negative charge. Means in this series, if two bodies are rubbed against each other, then body which will be first in this series, that will acquire the positive charge, and the material which is later on this series, that will acquire the negative charge. For example, if glass and the human skin will be rubbed against each other, then glass is, since it is at the before the human skin, so it will acquire the positive charge, and this is the after the glass, so it will acquire the negative charge. Okay. And one more thing I want to tell you, that what is the actual process to being a body charge. Actually, when you rub two body, then due to the rubbing, few electrons are transferred from one material to another material. The material which loses the electron, that material becomes positive charge, and the material which gains the electron, that material become the negative charge. Mean, when you rub two bodies, then there is a sharing of the electron. The body which loses the electron will acquire the positive charge, and the body which gains the electron will acquire the negative charge. Fundamental laws of electrostatics. Okay, there are the two kinds of charges, positive charge and negative charge. You are knowing it, like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Means, suppose if there is a positive and positive charge kept near to each other, then they will start repelling each other. Mean, they want to go away from each other. Similarly, if negative and negative charge will keep together, then they will also repel each other. But if unlike charges, means one is positive, second is negative, then they will attract each other. Okay, so it means like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Now, whenever we are saying the two charges are attracting or repelling each other, it means they are applying the some force to attract, to repel. That force is governed by the Coulomb's law. Coulomb is a very great physicist, and he has given the law of attraction and repulsion between the two charged bodies. Suppose there are two bodies, Q1 charge and Q2 charge, and the distance between them is r. Then according to the Coulomb, the force acting between them is directly proportional to the product of charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. When you combine both, then you will get this relation. F is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 upon R square. This relation you will get it. Okay, and when proportional sign convert into the equality, then always there is a constant. Suppose the constant is K, then your formula will be reduced like F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square, like this. Here K is the proportionality constant and having the value 9 into 10 to the power 9. This is 10 to the power. Okay, Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Okay, similar charges repulsion, dissimilar charges attraction. You are knowing it. After that, conservation of charge. Actually, charge is a conserved quantity. Conserved quantity means charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. Only it can be transferred from one body to the another body. Okay, suppose, but you will say we can take the two body A and B and we will rub it, then the new charges will be developed. You may say that I have created the charge, but no, it is not like that. When you rub two bodies, then the few electrons are transferred from one body to the another body. The electrons are not created, the electrons are transferred, and due to the transfer of the electron, one body becomes positive charge and the second body becomes the negative charge. But the total number of electron and proton will be same in this system. Okay, just the electrons are shared, but the total number of electron will be same. So that's why charges are not be created, not be destroyed, but it can be transferred from one material to the another material. Now, insulator and conductor. Insulator means the material which do not allow to pass the electricity, and the conductor means the material which allow to pass the electricity, right? Insulator are the bad conductor of the charge, but they can be charged easily by friction. For example, glass, rubber, they are the bad conductor, they are the insulator, but they can be charged by rubbing against each other. Conductors allow free flow of charge, means conductors allow to flow the current. Examples are the metal. Metals are the conductor. Okay. And one more thing I want to tell you, that is the what is the main reason behind to be a material insulator or conductor, that is the free electrons. Okay, free electrons. The material in which there is a lots of free electron, they will be the conductor, and the material which have the less number of the free electron, that will be the insulator. For the conductor, more free electron. More free electron implying the conductor, good conductor, and less oblique few oblique no free electron implying the insulator. Oblique bad conductor means if there is with a few number of electron, that will be the bad conductor. If there is a no free electron, then it will be the insulator. Okay, so now you want to, I think you want to know what is the free electron actually. So free electron, suppose there is a material, and in the material it is made of the atom. In the atom there is a nucleus, and around the nucleus electrons are revolving. But when this material is kept at the room temperature, then some electrons are get some energy from the room temperature and being excited, and they knock out from their cell and start moving inside the material, inside the free space of the material. That electron are called the free electron. Means room temperature पे एटम से कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्री हो जाते हैं और ये मटेरियल के अंदर घूमते रहते हैं, जो बीच की स्पेसिंग होती है, और इनको बोलते हैं हम लोग फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन. दे आर एक्चुअल रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द कंडक्शन. ओके, the material which have the more free electron, they will be the good conductor, and the material which have the few or no free electrons, then it will be the bad conductor. Okay, so this is for today. On the next date we will learn about the current, Ohm's law, and the resistance, everything. Okay, so thank you very much. See you on the next turn.